This week I'm really excited to get the galley counters installed into the boat. These counters are really cool. It's a foam core substrate. It's the Endura panel, so it's the PET foam with fiberglass laminated on both sides of it, ready-made. With the Endura panel as the substrate, we glued on curly maple veneers. We finished with sealing that curly maple with a layer of tabletop epoxy from Total Boat. This week we're going to finish the panel, finish the countertop, and then we're going to bring it down to the boat, get it installed. I can't wait to see how it looks. I think it's going to be amazing. My name is Matt. Follow along as I turn Duracell, the legendary ocean racing sailboat, into a comfortable cruising home. The end of last week, we poured the first sealing coat onto the countertop, and I just did a half-gallon pour onto it. Today, we're gonna pour 2 more gallons of this tabletop epoxy. Joel is here to help. We're here at the Maritime Center in Port Townsend, and it's very exciting to finally get this top layer put on. It's gonna be super shiny when it's done. I think we're just gonna do both these, so you could start pouring that one if you want to.
I was wondering what the 2-bucket system was for.
They say to mix it in 1 bucket and then pour it into the second bucket and mix it again.
This stuff where it's gets cloudy and then clears up once it's boiling completely.
Yeah. It's an epoxy cauldron.
Yeah. Does that make you the witch of boat building?
Wizard.
Wizard, sorry. Excuse me.
Artisan wizard.
Mm-hmm.
That teak makes it stick.
Looks pretty clear.
You two are so cute building boats together.
That's what we're going for.
Just wait till we start our dinghy building YouTube channel.
Oh.
Yanni. Ugh.
No eating epoxy, Joel.
Oh, sorry. I got excited.
Whoa.
Wood is so chatoyant.
Oh, right, I forgot to use that.
You've been planning on using that word.
I know.
And now you have to define it for us, Joel.
Chatoyancy?
Uh-huh.
It's kind of the 3-dimensional figure that comes out in the wood. And it's built into the growth structure of the maple. So it gives it that kind of holographic, wavy look.
I'm sorry, chatoyant?
Chatoyancy.
How do you spell it?
It starts with a CH, I think.
Hey, what's up? We got the 2 cameras.
Yeah, Rachel works for the Maritime Center. She's documenting.
It's not too bubbly. There's a few bubbles here and there, but it's looking pretty darn good.
40-minute working time is very generous. considering the volume of epoxy.
And so I guess we just trust that it's gonna level itself out, eh?
I think the heat will relax it quite a bit too.
Yeah. Big fly just flew in here. Quite worried it's gonna get cast. Okay, I think we got it. It's looking really good. We're just gonna be futzing with it, make sure it's leveling out really nicely, but the bubbles pop out. Like Joel said, it looks like a bowling alley. Pretty happy so far. Spot right there.
Whoo dang. Is that what they say in the South?
Shoot dang.
She dang.
Boy howdy.
Boy howdy. Matt, I have something to tell you. When I was getting B-roll of your galley countertops with the wet epoxy, I accidentally sneezed on them.
Gross. So there's a permanent epoxied sneeze in the counter now?
There is. You can tell too. It's like it's definitely a
A
sneeze.
wet sneeze?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then after I sneezed, I
Forever and ever.
threw up a little.
Stop it.
Once the epoxy was cured, I flipped the counter over and cut it up. Here I'm cutting out the freezer lid. The freezer is built under the counter, so we open the freezer box through the countertop. Here I'm cutting the counter into 2 pieces so that it will fit through the door. I tried to cut it where it would be the hardest to see the cut where it's glued back together. This ended up being right in the corner where the freezer lives. I used a pull saw with the skinniest kerf that I could find, which made cutting through the thick epoxy countertop quite difficult. Thanks again to the Maritime Center for the use of this beautiful workshop, and to Joel for his expert advising on the counter. I encourage anyone to take a class at the Maritime Center or rent space for your own project. We'll drop the link below this video.
I'm quite nervous to do this, but I'm ready now to bring up the counter and see how it looks in the boat. A lot of you were wondering last week how I was going to get this thing into the boat. And of course you just saw that I had to cut it. The reason I cut it is because I think I could have probably turned it into the boat as one big piece. But since I had to cut out the freezer hatch before anything else, it made that corner of the counter so flimsy that it would have made me really nervous. Maneuvering this whole thing, you know, first of all, driving it from the Maritime Center back home, and then carrying the whole thing up to the boat with this corner being so flimsy. I ended up cutting it and I'm totally fine with that. And it should, I used, like you saw, I used a pull saw, really, really fine curve pull saw, so that hopefully the seam will be as hidden as possible when it's all installed. But it's ready to go up. We're gonna go see how it looks. Hopefully it looks good. There's one piece.
I'm very curious how you're going to get it through the store.
It's not gonna fit through the door, so Yanni, I need your help getting it in another way.
It's in.
No problem. Amazing.
Matt, this is gorgeous. This
Yeah.
looks so good. I'm blown away.
So our friend Dave cut this fiddle stock for us a while back. This is a Meranti, and if you go back to that episode, you'll notice this stuff was way darker back then. And I've left it out in the, not in the outside, but just inside the shed in the sun. And it brightened up a lot, kind of got bleached out a little bit, which I like. I wasn't anticipating it to get this light, but when it's varnished, it has this really pretty like pink color to it. And so once this is varnished, I think those fiddles will go really nicely with this countertop.
It's kind of fun to think about the original Duracell galley that Mike Plant built and used when sailing nonstop around the world, twice on this boat. Can you describe the original galley?
There's not much to describe.
The galley was right here, just a little sink, and there was a little gibbled stove there. There's a microwave. Super simple.
And now look at our galley. I wonder if Mike Plant would approve.
Probably too heavy.
He'd probably think it's too heavy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He'd probably also be too busy preparing for the next Vendée Globe to really care much. But it'd be fun to show him.
It would be. It's not done yet. Next, it needs to be glued into the boat.
Yesterday I got the first piece glued in. I'm just using my Thick Soap Pro from Total Boat to glue this in. Makes it very simple. It's a pretty easy operation, just putting glue on top of the cabinet boxes, and I'm putting a bunch extra on so that I can do nice big fillets on both sides of each wall. That way it's got a nice big bonding surface.
Isn't the technical term an embarrassing amount of glue?
It's pretty embarrassing how much glue I'm using. Here at the joint, I'm going to actually leave it open, so like there's going to be a little bit of gap. And then later I'm going to come back and I'm going to actually fill that gap with the clear epoxy once it's all glued in, and I can kind of make some dams around it, seal it up. Nailed it. All right. I think these turned out really, really good. This is a project that is totally outside of my wheelhouse, doing this like woodwork and pouring a countertop with epoxy. Big thanks to Totobo, big thanks to the Maritime Center for helping me through this process, and Joel especially. So these are obviously not done yet. The sink is gonna go right here, so I have to cut out where the sink is gonna go. I haven't done that yet because we haven't decided on the sink itself, and we're even considering maybe building our own carbon fiber sink.
Oh, honey. You just got a lot of viewers excited. I think you have to build a carbon fiber sink now.
We'll see. Yep. It would be a very fun project. The stove is going to get cut out. That section of the counter is going to get cut out right here. We are going to sand this whole thing down again and put a final UV protecting coat on it. So like a clear coat on top of this, nice varnish. And a million other little things, including I'm actually going to tile that splashback over there. So fun projects left to do on this that we're not going to get to in any time soon.
One question I have that I'm sure a lot of our viewers have is, will these get scratched up?
Totally. I mean, we're going to use them hard, and the epoxy is super hard. I'm not sure what kind of varnish we'll put on top, but we'll try to find something that's also very hard and scratch resistant. But the nice thing about it is that we can put another clear coat on top of it, you know, after so many years of using it. One thing we can't do that would really damage it is put something hot on it. And so we'll be protecting it in that sense. But in the sense of scratching it, it is scratch resistant for sure. But after so many years, like I said, we can clear coat it again and make it beautiful.
You know what time it is.
No.
You know what time it is.
I don't think I do.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Uh-oh.
Inspector, did the galley counter pass?
We have a new Patreon to thank. Thank you to James and his family who are big into sailing and surfing in Australia. James is also getting into boat building. He's built himself a stand-up paddleboard, and now he's getting into building himself a Sharpie, he said very slowly. But they do a lot of racing and surfing in, he said, Ballarat, Australia. Thank you to everybody that's been supporting our channel. We really appreciate it. If you're interested in joining our Patreon community, you can find us at patreon.com/Duracell. So thank you again very much.